6 Premier League teams in the Champions League round of 16, the most from any single league in history. £3 billion spent to get there. 2 weeks later, 4 of them were gone. Chelsea, Newcastle, Man City, Tottenham, all eliminated in one round. Meanwhile, every single Spanish club went through without blinking. The richest league on the planet, and it completely fell apart in Europe. Today, we're finding out exactly why. This isn't a match recap, it's a post-mortem. Because what happened in March 2026 wasn't bad luck, it was a tactical execution. Europe identified a weakness in the Premier League's DNA, built a trap around it, and watched English football walk straight in. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly how it was done. January 2026. League phase done. 5 PL clubs qualify automatically. Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Tottenham. Then Newcastle fight through the playoffs in February to make it 6. 6 English clubs in the last 16. Pundits everywhere calling it a Premier League takeover. Then March arrives and the wheels come off. Here's the real issue. The Premier League has spent years building an identity around one thing, the result. Win ugly, grind it out, work rate over everything. And domestically, it works. But here's what that culture quietly destroys: technical nuance. When you only care about winning, you stop drilling the things that don't show up on the score sheet. The movement off the ball, the patience under pressure, the positional intelligence to hold a shape when your instincts are screaming, go. You replace all of that with power, pace, and money. And against most teams, that's enough. Against Barcelona or PSG, you're handing them a roadmap to beat you. Physicality is the engine. It powers the car. But technique is the steering wheel. A massive engine with no steering wheel isn't a racing car. It's a very expensive vehicle heading straight for a wall. The most brutal example? Newcastle versus Barcelona. First leg at St. James Park. Newcastle were genuinely brilliant. Harvey Barnes puts them ahead in the 86th minute. The crowd is absolutely rocking. Then stoppage time. Lamine Yamal steps up, converts a penalty, 1-1. Cruel. But that result was misleading because Newcastle's high-press man-to-man approach worked for 85 minutes against one of the best teams in the world. The problem? Barcelona weren't panicking. They were waiting. Second leg at the Camp Nou, and here's where it gets crazy. Barcelona don't try to outrun you. They let you outrun yourself. They play through your press until your lungs are gone, your legs are heavy, and your brain starts making desperate decisions. Then they strike. Fermin Lopez, 51st minute. Gerard Martin slides it through to Rafinha. Rafinha finds Fermin in behind. One-on-one, opens his body, places it. Surgeon-level composure. Lewandowski, a man everyone called finished at the start of the season, scored twice. Rafinha scored twice. The final score? Barcelona 7, Newcastle 2. 8-3 on aggregate. And the 7th goal? A Newcastle outfield defender misplays a ball across his own penalty area straight to Rafinha. One touch, one shot. At that point, it wasn't football anymore. It was a clinic. Newcastle didn't lose because they weren't physical enough. They lost because they were too easy to manipulate. And it wasn't just Newcastle. Chelsea went to Paris. 2-2 at halftime, looking brave, looking physical. Then the final 20 minutes arrived. When you play high intensity against a technical team, you're sprinting on a treadmill while they ride a bike. Eventually, you hit the wall. Vitinha capitalized on a goalkeeping error. Kvaratskhelia came off the bench and scored twice. 5-2 in Paris. Then 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. 8-2 on aggregate. Chelsea gone. Man City lost 5-1 on aggregate to Real Madrid. Tottenham beaten by Atletico. 4 PL giants, 4 heavy exits. Arsenal, the only English side with any dignity left, scraped through. 1 goal over 2 legs. Barely. Does this mean the Premier League has no technical players? Of course not. But there's a difference between having technical players and having a technical culture. The Premier League can buy anyone in the world. £3 billion in one summer proves that. But you cannot buy a philosophy. You can't buy the patience to play through a press, the trust in a system drilled over years. That has to be built. And while English football keeps celebrating the ugly win and the high press, teams like Barcelona, with an 18-year-old Lamine Yamal destroying experienced defenders, and a finished Lewandowski rediscovering his best football in a smarter system, are building something the Premier League's checkbooks simply cannot replicate. Until English football understands that running more isn't the same as playing better, they might be watching the final from their sofas for a long time. Was this a one-season collapse or the moment Premier League dominance in Europe officially cracked? And is Lewandowski genuinely back to his very best? Drop your take in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this, hit like. It helps massively. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a breakdown like this. It's completely free. Until next time, stay technical.